Hello everyone, my name is Rafi Fauzi. I'm from Applied Foreign Language Diponegoro University. Now, let me tell you about my family tree. Start from my mother's family. My grandfather's name is Mr. Harsono and he is married with Miss Surtini as my grandmother. Mr. Harsono is very diligent and he is very interesting at politics. And my grandmother, Miss Surtini, she has passed away when I was 3 years old. So I don't know more about my grandmother, but I believe she is very beautiful and very kind person. And they have 4 children. The first child is Mr. Eko Budi. He is work at sugar factory in Cilacap, and he is married with Miss Jamira. And the second child is Miss Lisna, and she is married with Mr. Wahyu. And Mr. Wahyu, he was passed away 2 years ago. And then they have 2 children, Flor and Grace. They very beautiful with their curly hair. It's very unique for me. And then the third child of my grandparents from my mother is my mother, Esmi Haryuning Tias. And she is married with Mr. Rafi Wibowo as my father. My mother is very humble person. She's very struggle. She's very hard worker, as same like my father too. And my mother now she is work at Diponegoro Semarang City Hospital. And my father, he is work at Dinas Kesehatan Semarang City. And they have 3 children. The first is me, Rafi, and the second is my sister, Fasti, and the third is my brother, Rizky. My sister, Fasti Rania, she is very talented in dancing, and she loves about modeling. And about my brother, Rizky, she is very smart at the school, and he is very like playing football. And the fourth child of my grandparents is Mr. Agung. He is married with Miss Wahyu. And Mr. Agung now he is work at Dinas Kesehatan Semarang City, same with my father. And Miss Wahyu, she is work at hospital or clinic health. And they have 2 children. The first is Akmal and the second is Fania. Akmal is almost same with my brother Rizky, but Akmal is older than my brother. And they always play together when Akmal go to my home, visit to my home. And Akmal he is like football too, like my brother Rizky. And about Fania is very cute and she always play with her brother Akmal. Next, let me tell you about my father's family tree. My grandfather's name is Mr. Suito. He is a soldier. He's very diligent and very disciplined, exactly. And then my grandmother's name is Miss Suparti. She's very beautiful and she is a nurse. And then they have 3 children. The first child is Mr. Rafi Wibowo as my father. And he is married with Esmi Haryuning Tias as my mother. They have 3 children. The first is Rafi, the second is Fasti, and the third is Rizky. And then the second child of my grandparents is Mr. Andi Widodo, and he is married with Miss Rahmiati. Mr. Andi, now he is work at Dinas Kesehatan Semarang City as same with my father and my uncle, Mr. Agung. And then Miss Rahmiati, now she is work at Puskesmas Rondol. And then They have three children. The first child is Miss Mareta, the second is Miss Andra Resa, and the third is Miss Andika Revan. Miss Mareta is married with Mr. Fajar, and they have one child. His name is Faiz. Miss Mareta is very beautiful, she is very smart, and Mr. Fajar, he is a doctor, and they live in Jakarta. And Faiz, he is cute, and he's very diligent too. And then my cousin Andra Resa, Miss Andra Resa, now she is work at the hospital. And then my cousin Mr. Andika Revan, now he is study at Udinus, and the major is about IT. And the third child of my grandparents is Miss Retno, and she is married with Mr. Heli Hilardi. And Mr. Heli Hilardi, he has passed away. Miss Retno is very beautiful. She is beautiful. She is very smart, and she is a stewardess. But after her marriage, she resigned from her job. And then about Mr. Heli Hilardi, he is a pilot in the Lion Air. He is very handsome and very hard worker. And they have three children. The first is Melvin, the second is Kevin, and the third is Maureen. Mr. Melvin, now he is work at Lion Air 2, same with his father. And then Mr. Kevin, now he is study about healthy in his college. And the third is Maureen. Maureen, now she is study at Unsud, and the major is pharmacy. And my father's family tree is very unique because every couples in this family tree have three children, from my grandparents, from my father's family, from my uncle's Andi family, and from my Miss Retno family. It is very unique, right? But we always spend our holiday in Magelang. For my mother's family, we always spend our Lebaran holiday in Cilacap. And that's all for my family tree. Thank you for your attention. Goodbye.